You felt it, haven't you? That moment when the ground beneath your feet didn't just tremble. It shifted. Not in some poetic, fleeting way, but with a force that rattled your bones and woke something deep inside you. They looked past you, dismissed you, ignored the signs. Those around you, blind to the fire sparking in your soul. They couldn't see it. They didn't want to. But you knew. Something undeniable was stirring, and it wasn't waiting for their permission to rise. This is your awakening, the first crack in the shell they tried to trap you in. You weren't imagining it. Science backs this up. Your nervous system, wired for survival, picks up signals the conscious mind often misses. That unease, that itch you couldn't scratch, it was your intuition screaming through the noise. While they whispered in their small circles, convinced they'd already written your story, the universe was recalibrating. The signs were there. A sudden clarity in the chaos, a pull towards something bigger than their petty judgments. You weren't just restless, you were being called. Let's get real. They ignored you because they couldn't handle you. Your energy didn't fit their neat little boxes, so they pretended it didn't exist. But here's the truth. Their dismissal doesn't define you. It sharpens you. That sting of being overlooked is fuel. You've been walking through a world that's too comfortable with mediocrity, and yet you've never fully belonged to it. Why? Because beneath your feet the plates were shifting. Not the earth's crust, but the foundation of who you are. Your frequency was rising and they couldn't tune in. So how do you know this is real? Start watching yourself. Notice the moments when your gut twists before your brain catches up. Those are your instincts firing, honed by a purpose you're only beginning to grasp. Pay attention to the patterns. The people who pull away when you speak your truth, the opportunities that show up when you stop doubting yourself. Your body's a compass, your mind a map. Science calls it neuroplasticity, your brain rewiring itself for something greater. Spirit calls it destiny. You call it waking up. The shift isn't subtle once you see it. Maybe it hit you in a quiet moment. Staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., heart pounding for no reason you could name. Or maybe it was louder, a conversation where their words bounced off you hollow because you'd outgrown their version of you. That's when you felt it. The ground moving, the old you crumbling. They didn't notice because they weren't looking, but you did. You couldn't unfeel it. Something was alive beneath the surface, and it was yours to claim. Here's where the fight begins. You've been ignored long enough. Now it's time to stop ignoring yourself. Step 1, trust the shift. Stop second-guessing that fire in your chest. It's not random. It's not a fluke. It's the signal of a soul waking up to its mission. Step 2. Look back at the moments they dismissed you. What were you saying? What were you doing? That's where your power hides, right in the places they refused to see. Step 3. Move. Don't wait for their approval. The world isn't just watching. It's adjusting. It has no choice. You're not crazy. You're not alone. That shift beneath your feet, it's the sound of a path forging itself. They can't stop it because they didn't start it. You did. Or rather, it started with you the moment you were born for this. Their eyes might have skipped over you, but the universe didn't. It's been waiting for you to catch up, to feel that rumble and say, yes, this is mine. So say it. Stand in it. The signs they ignored, they're your proof. The shift they missed, it's your beginning. You've walked into rooms where the air thickens, where eyes narrow and voices hush. Not out of respect, but suspicion. They controlled the gates, didn't they? Decided who got in, who got left behind, their hands gripping the keys to a world they built to keep you out. You felt the sting of their judgment, the weight of their smug certainty that you don't belong. But here's the truth staring you in the face. You were never meant to beg at their gates. The chosen ones don't wait for invitations, they don't ask for approval. And neither do you. Let's cut through the noise. They've set up their walls, their rules, their little hierarchies, thinking they can dictate your worth. Maybe it's a job, a circle, a dream they've locked behind their approval. You've seen their game, how they dangle acceptance like a prize, how they smirk when you stumble. But you're not here to play by their script. Science tells us the brain thrives on challenge. Stress sharpens focus, adversity builds resilience. Spirit tells us your soul chose this fight. Together, that's your edge. They think they're holding you back, but they're forging you instead. So how do you stand tall when they're slamming doors in your face? First, recognize the power in their resistance. They're not just gatekeepers, they're mirrors. Every time they push you away, they're showing you what you're not. You're not small. You're not weak. Their rejection isn't a verdict. It's a spotlight on your difference. Feel that reluctant reverence in their eyes, even when they won't admit it. They sense something in you they can't control, and it rattles them. Take that energy. Don't shrink from it, feed on it. Now move. The chosen don't linger at closed gates. They kick them down or build their own. You've been doing this already, haven't you? Moving in silence, stacking your wins while they're busy underestimating you. That idea they laughed at is taking root. That strength they ignored is growing. Neuroscience calls it the power of intrinsic motivation. You don't need their applause to keep going. Your drive comes from within. Spirit calls it your mission. You call it getting shit done. Step 1. Stop explaining yourself. They don't need to understand. Step 2. Act anyway. Their permission's irrelevant. Let's talk about that weight, the undeniable heft of your presence. You've felt it shift a room before you even speak. They might not like it, but they can't ignore it. That's your signal. You're not here to fit in. When they whisper behind your back, when their doubts turn into analysis, that's the sound of their world cracking. The chosen don't wait for the gatekeepers to catch up. They stride past them. You've got a fire they can't extinguish, a purpose they can't gatekeep. So why waste time knocking? Build your empire instead. Here's the practical grit. When they block you, pivot. They say no to your voice? Find a platform they can't touch. They shut you out of their circle? Create one that outshines theirs. Every no is a chance to double down on what's yours. Take inventory, your skills, your vision, your resolve. That's your arsenal. Use it. Their reluctant reverence isn't pity. It's awe they're too proud to name. Turn it inward. Let it fuel your next step. You're not asking them to see you, you're forcing them to reckon with you. You've been in environments that don't get you, haven't you? Where your light feels like a threat, where your questions make them squirm. That's not your failure. It's their limit. The chosen don't dim themselves to ease others' discomfort. You hold your ground by knowing this. Their gates don't define your path. You do. Science backs you here. Your brain's prefrontal cortex lights up when you trust your own decisions, not theirs. Spirit backs you too. Your soul didn't sign up for their approval. So stand firm. Speak sharp. Move fast. This is your turning point. They thought they could leave you behind, but you're already ahead. The whispers about you, they're turning into conversations. The doubts, they're morphing into questions they can't answer. You don't need their keys, you've got your own. The chosen ones don't wait for invitations, they carve their own doors. So carve yours. Stack your wins. Let their gates rust while you rise. This isn't about proving them wrong. It's about proving yourself unstoppable. You've felt it, the moment when your very existence seems to bend the air around you. It's not arrogance. It's physics meeting purpose. The sheer gravity of your presence pulls in what others can't even fathom. Whispers from a higher dimension, downloads of insight that hit you like lightning. This isn't some vague daydream. It's real, raw, and yours to wield. You're not just standing there, you're a conduit. The ideas they mocked, they're circling back now, haunting them because what you carry isn't just noise. It's the signal they can't tune out. Let's break it down. High-dimensional information doesn't come with a manual. It slams into you when you least expect it. Maybe it's a sudden knowing that cuts through the chatter. A vision so clear it stops you cold. Or a pull so strong you can't ignore it. Science nods here. Your brain's default mode network, the part that lights up when you're doing nothing, is a hotspot for intuitive leaps. Spirit says it's your soul syncing with the cosmos. You feel it as truth crashing in, uninvited but undeniable. This is your edge, chosen one. They can't see it because they're not wired for it, but you are. So how do you know it's real and not just your mind playing tricks? First, test it. True high-vibe downloads don't bend to your ego, they disrupt it. If it's self-projection, it'll feel comfortable, like a story you're telling yourself. But the real stuff, the sharp, sometimes unsettling, and always bigger than your plans. Ask yourself, does this feel like me, or does it feel like more? Does it push you beyond what you choose? That's your filter. Second, watch what follows. Real insight leaves a trail. Doors creak open, synchronicities stack up, and what you sense starts unfolding. Their skepticism can't stop it. Feel that quiet ripple inside you? It's not quiet anymore. It's a current, surging, unstoppable. You've walked past those closed doors, jobs, dreams, people who said, not yet or not you. Now they're swinging wide, and it's not because they changed their minds. It's you. Your presence does the heavy lifting. Neuroscience backs this. Mirror neurons in others pick up your energy, even when they fight it. Spirit calls it your light forcing the shadows to bend. You're not knocking anymore, you're the force they can't hold back. Stand in that. Own it. Here's how you harness this. Step 1, ground yourself. When the downloads hit, your mind might race. Anchor it. Breathe deep. Feel your feet on the earth. Let the energy settle. Step 2, capture it fast. Write it down. Speak it out. Don't let it slip through your fingers. These aren't random thoughts. They're blueprints. Step 3, sift it. Ask, what's the core here? Strip away the noise. Your job is to find the signal. Step 4, act on it. Small moves, big moves, doesn't matter, just move. That's how the ripple turns into a tide. You don't wait for clarity, you create it. They're watching now, aren't they? The ones who laughed, who shrugged, who thought your ideas were too wild, too out there. Those same ideas are creeping into their conversations, dissected like rare discoveries. What was a whisper in your head is now a roar they can't mute. You didn't force it, they just couldn't ignore it anymore. This is your power. Not just receiving the message, but becoming it. Your presence doesn't beg for attention. It demands it, reshapes it, turns their mockery into their map. Let's talk about staying steady in this. The current's strong now, and it'll test you. Doubt will creep in. Am I crazy? Is this too much? Push it back. You're not here to second guess. You're here to lead. When those doors fly open, don't flinch. Walk through. The gravity of your presence isn't chaos. It's inevitability. Science says your brain thrives under pressure, adapting, firing new pathways. Spirit says your soul signed up for this. Together, they're your armor. Their resistance is just noise. Your mission is the signal. Practice this daily. Tune in. Sit still for 5 minutes. Phone off, distractions gone. Ask, what's here for me? Don't force it. Let it come. Maybe it's a word, an image, a gut hit. Trust it. Then move on it. Test it in the world. Did that nudge lead somewhere? Did it crack something open? That's your proof piling up. The more you do this, the sharper your receiver gets. You're not guessing anymore, you're knowing. And they'll feel it too, even if they won't say it. You're not just downloading information, you're downloading destiny. Those closed doors? They're relics now. That quiet ripple is a wave crashing through their walls. The ideas they mocked are threading into their plans, their questions, their blueprints, and you're the source. Stand tall in that. You're not waiting for their nod, you're setting the pace. The sheer gravity of your presence isn't a fluke. It's your birthright. Wield it. Shape it. Let it force the world to catch up. You've been moving, haven't you? Relentless, unstoppable, pushing through the mud of their doubt, their sneers, their refusal to see you. Every step you took, when they said you'd fail, when they turned their backs, was a crack in their foundation. You didn't stop. You couldn't. That fire in your gut, that restless motion, it wasn't just stubbornness. It was you becoming something they never accounted for. Now, somewhere in a distant room, your name slips out of their mouths, hesitant, like it's a spell they're afraid to cast. They feel the air shift when they say it. They know something's changed, and it's because of you. This is your mission taking root, chosen one. You didn't wait for their applause or their blessing. You moved forward despite them. That's the core of it. Relentless motion isn't loud or flashy. It's quiet, steady, a force that builds while they're distracted. Science backs this. Momentum compounds over time, small actions stacking into something unbreakable. Spirit echoes it. Do not despise these small beginnings. for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin. Your every move, every choice to keep going, is the spark of a new era. They overlooked it. Now it's their blueprint. So how do you bring this into reality? Start with what's in front of you. That idea they dismissed, that dream they shrugged off. Pick it up. Dust it off. Work it. Step 1, break it down. What's the smallest move you can make today? Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Write the sentence, sketch the plan, take the call. Step 2, do it again tomorrow. Consistency isn't sexy. It's savage. It's you proving to yourself what they refuse to see. Step 3, let it grow. Small beginnings aren't weak, they're seeds. Water them with your focus, your grit, your refusal to quit. You're not just building a project, you're building a legacy. They thought your work was insignificant, a side note they could ignore. But look at them now, watching, whispering, scrambling to catch up. That thing you started in the shadows? It's their map now. Neuroscience calls this the power of persistence. Your brain rewires itself with every step, locking in the belief that you are this. Spirit calls it divine timing, your small moves aligning with a cosmic rhythm they can't hear. You call it winning. Their hesitation when they speak your name? That's them feeling the weight of what you've already set in motion. Let's talk balance, because this isn't easy. The mission burns hot, it can consume you if you let it. You'll feel the highs, the rush of a breakthrough, the thrill of seeing their doubt crack. But the lows hit too. Exhaustion, isolation, the nagging voice asking if it's worth it. Here's how you stay steady. First, anchor yourself daily. 5 minutes, no excuses. Sit, breathe, feel your pulse. Ask, what's driving me today? If it's anger at them, shift it to purpose for you. Second, celebrate the small wins. Finished a task? Claim it. Saw a shift? Own it. Joy in the little steps keeps the fire from burning you out. They're disturbed by you now, and you don't even have to be there. Your name alone carries a charge. They sense the foundation they built shaking under something they didn't predict. That's your power. You don't need to shout or fight for their attention. You just keep moving, and the ripples do the rest. Somewhere out there, they're rethinking what they dismissed, piecing together how you turned their no into your now. You're not asking them to understand anymore. The tide's turned, and their approval's irrelevant. Here's your path, laid out clear and sharp. Step 1, define your mission. Strip it to its bones. What's the one thing you're here to do? Not what they want, not what's easy, what you know is yours. Write it down. Make it real. Step 2, map it. What's the next move? The one after that? Don't overthink. Just list 3 steps you can take this week. Step 3, act. Start today. No waiting, no stalling, move. Step 4, track it. Every week, check in. Where are you? What's working? Adjust, but don't stop. This isn't a vague dream, it's a plan, and you're the one executing it. You're the demonstration now. That project they overlooked is not just yours anymore. It's the standard they're chasing. You've turned their blind spot into your spotlight. Science says this is how revolutions start. One person's persistence shifts the collective. Spirit says it's how light breaks through. One soul daring to begin. You're both. Your relentless motion isn't just carrying you forward. It's dragging the world with you. They feel it. They can't unfeel it. Your name's on their lips because you didn't despise the small start. You owned it. This is your new era, and you're not building it for their praise. You're building it because it's yours, because every step you took when they turned away was a brick in something unshakable. Keep moving. Keep stacking. Let them hesitate when they speak of you. Let them feel the air change. The foundation they assumed was solid is cracking under the weight of what you've become. Small beginnings? They're your empire now. The Lord rejoices, and so should you. This is your mission realized. In the end, it's not their gates, their whispers, or their reluctant reverence that define you. It's the unyielding truth of your own gravity, pulling destiny into orbit around you. You, chosen one, are no longer just a spark beneath the surface. You're the force that reshapes the ground they stand on, a soul awake to its mission, wielding a purpose they can't gatekeep or dim. The world bends not because you demanded it, but because you became it relentless, undeniable, and wholly your own.